Ang hirap naman ng typhoon eh. Dali ma, ikaw
Ano ba ang typhoon? Pwede lalakas na ulan, bagyo.
Naranasan na po ba ninyo?
Nakabaliktad ha?
Naranasan na ninyo po ba ang typhoon?
Oo, maraming beses na, di ba?
Meron po ba kayo mga scientific points para sa typhoon? Opo.
Ito yung mga naliligo namin. Tapos yung mga hindi tamang pag-dispose sa mga waste.
Yung geography natin, science, pati talaga, typhoon belt. So, hindi may iwasan kasi marami tayo sa ocean. Ayun.
Maraming masalamat.
Salamat
Saan kaya requirement
sa
yan?
monopad niyo.
Salamat po.
Typhoon. Alam ko yun yung nabubuo pag sa malapit sa dagat. Nabubuo yung low pressure area. Tapos mabubuo ng mga ulap. Tapos malakas ang pagulan at tumama sa lupa. Sure ba yan? Kaya na lang. Thank you. Anong pangalan niyo? Ay, anong pangalan mo? Pangalan? Ano ba parang ano ba yung ano? Ano ba yung typhoon? Ano ba yun?
Sa pagkakaalam ko, ang typhoon ay isang phenomena na kung saan madalas na dumadaan sa mga tropical country tulad na lamang ng Pilipinas na kapilihan ng tubig. Ang bagyo kasi, nabubuo siya sa tulong ng science.
Sige, salamat kuya.
Ano nga ba ang bagyo? What is the meaning of typhoon?
Ano nga ba?
Ano nga ba? Alam mo? Hindi ko alam eh. Alam mo? Ano nga ba? Ano nga ba?
What is a typhoon? A typhoon is a mature tropical cyclone that develops in the western part of the North Pacific Ocean. Also known as tropical cyclone, the global generic term for an intense circulating weather system over tropical seas and oceans. It is accompanied with very strong winds, heavy rains, and large ocean waves. Its wind circulation rotates counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Why is the Philippines prone to typhoons? Geographically, Philippines is located along the Pacific region, which is prone to tropical cyclone or typhoons. And the Pacific Ocean, as the largest of the Earth's oceanic divisions, possesses the requirements needed for a typhoon to form. These are warm sea surface temperature, atmospheric instability, high humidity in the lower to middle levels of the troposphere, enough Coriolis force to develop a low pressure center, a pre-existing low-level focus or disturbance, and low vertical wind shear. The top 5 deadliest typhoons to hit the Philippines. The Typhoon Yolanda, last November 2013, the strongest and deadliest typhoon ever recorded in the Philippines that killed 6,300 lives. The Typhoon Pablo, December 2012, that killed 1,901 lives. The Typhoon Winnie, November 2004, that killed 1,600 lives. The typhoon Frank, June 2008, that killed 1,410 lives. And the typhoon Remy, November 2006, that killed 1,400 lives.
Typhoon Haiyan, or Yolanda, is the strongest typhoon that created a global impact. A lot of funds was raised from the other countries to help the victims of the said typhoon. A charity named Global Impact raised funds to meet critical humanitarian needs around the world. They launched the Typhoon Haiyan Relief Funds to help the Philippines, which is the most affected by the typhoon.
The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council is the agency tasked to prepare for and respond to natural calamities like typhoons and earthquakes.
The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Plan covers 4 thematic areas, namely disaster prevention and mitigation that has a goal of avoiding hazards and mitigating their potential impacts by reducing vulnerabilities and exposure and enhancing capacities of communities. Disaster preparedness to establish and strengthen capacities of communities to anticipate, cope, and recover from the negative impacts of emergency occurrences and disasters. Disaster response to provide life preservation and meet the basic subsistence needs of affected population based on acceptable standards during or immediately after a disaster. Disaster rehabilitation and recovery to restore and improve facilities, livelihood, and living conditions and the organizational capacities of affected communities and reduce disaster risks in accordance with the Building Back Better principle. All of the goals of these thematic areas under the NDRRMP is consistent with the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Framework that envisions a country of a safer, adaptive, and resilient Filipino communities towards sustainable development.
What are the actions they did when Yolanda hits the Philippines and other typhoons?
Actions taken as of November 11, 2013. The NDRRMC Operations Center was on red alert. They monitored and disseminated weather bulletins and 24-hour public weather forecasts to all regional disaster risk reduction management councils. On November 5, 2013, the NDRRMC directed chairpersons of RDRRMCs of regions 4A, 4B, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, Caraga, and NCR to plan and initiate all necessary actions and alert all responder groups in anticipation of the influx of donations from international community after the declaration of national state of calamity. NDRRMC activated One-Stop Shop on November 12, 2013 to facilitate the acceptance of the said donations.
A typhoon is a natural calamity that is inevitable. No matter how much we are prepared, nobody can predict what's going to happen when it comes. But remember, the best thing we need to do when this event happens is to pray. Because NDRRMC or other agencies cannot save us from this disaster. Only God can do that.